Baseball in a safe and healthy community. The Citrus Series continues. It's the second of 3 this weekend. They'll meet again next week on the Gulf Coast. But here inside Marlins Park, it is the first place Tampa Bay Rays still Rays this afternoon. Austin Meadows, Brandon Lau, and Yandy Diaz in the first inning. G-Man Choi, Willie Adames, the shortstop, and then Joey Wendell. Manuel Margot, Kevin Kiermaier back in the lineup and dealing with a bit of a back issue, and Michael Perez is behind the plate. For Pablo Lopez, it is his 6th start of the year. 2 earned runs or fewer in all 5 of his starts. That is what has led to that 1.98 ERA.
Of what the Marlins want to be. Dominant starting pitching, good defense behind him.
Lewin Diaz makes the play. Speaking of the defense, over 34% last year to 23% this year. Fly ball out to right field. That sends Sanchez right in front of the track. He'll make the catch. Similar script last night. And Pablo Lopez gets the changeup. Let's see if the Marlins bats can come to life. Let's take a look at the Marlins batting order. John Birdie, Jonathan Villar, and Garrett Cooper in the top 3. Anderson, Diaz, and Alfaro in the middle, with Brinson Jesus Sanchez facing his former club, and Miguel Rojas rounding out the order. On the other side of the pitching matchup, we have met Pablo Lopez. Now we meet Josh Fleming. Like, really meet him. It's only his 2nd major league start, won his major league debut. And a slow roller up the first base line. Birdie tries to get around the tag of Choi, cannot. And there's one away. VR. Here's John Birdie going right around the.
I don't expect him to say anything until somebody other than me and you see something.
Sinking liner knocked down by Margot out in right field, so it's should be a base hit there for John. Oh, look there at the slider, and that sets down Cooper. First strikeout tonight for Fleming. Fleming brings it home to Anderson. Runner goes. Throw from his knees is right there, and it's a caught stealing to end the inning. Andy will get a fresh count when he leads off the second. Choi to right field. Sanchez giving chase. He will cut it off before it gets to the wall, and in doing so, he keeps Choi at first.
Job well done.
Now it's Willie Adames. Dribbler. Pablo with the bare hand, and a long stretch by Lewin Diaz over at first. Great guy. He has zero ego whatsoever, as this one is dribbled back in front of home plate. Alfaro spins and throws, and there are 2 outs. 3-1, and that is up the middle. On a couple of hops, VR behind the bag will make the play. We go to the bottom of the second.
Their hands right at that point of the strike zone, that upper spot.
Strikes out Andy. 1 away.
Marlins Park is the
2-2 from Fleming.
It's not just going to be slider, slider, slider against the left-handed batter with 2 strikes. He trusts that he will get it to the bottom of the zone, 92 miles an hour, and does.
Arm, shoulder blade area on the left side. In front of the mound, Fleming over to first. 0-1 good. Couple of innings in which he's been in single digits. That's a looping liner served into left field by Michael Perez. Points.
Yeah, really the biggest difference between the two is they've just been getting a few more long balls.
It's not going to be a long ball, but it will one hop off the wall. It kind of gets caught in the padding a little bit, and that's going to mean a green light around third, at least for the moment. Slam on the brakes over there at third. Michael Perez will stay there. It's a double.
Very careful. Doesn't have to throw him a strike here.
On 2-0, a dribbler up the third base line. Anderson bare hands. He will have no play, and a run scores on a ball that gets 75 feet up the third base line. 1-0 break.
Of course, what's Diaz going to do? He's going to look in, right? But it doesn't mean that the pitch is a bad pitch, because it is an effective pitch. He beat him, and that's the cruelty of the game of baseball. We're talking about a 75-foot infield single that drives in.
1-2. Here it comes. Doesn't get any better than that. Right down Broadway. Froze Choi, and we go to the bottom of the 6th.
You will see when it happens. I mean, that's how you'll know it's coming. He'll start catching up fast. Late. He's been a little early at times. His swing is just a little bit off, and sometimes it's just the the feel that you have. You know, this young man's got a big swing. There's a lot of things going on in that swing. And that's superstar Hall of Famers who.
That's down the left field line. Going to get all the way to the corner. Going to be extra bases for Miguel Rojas. Into second base, standing on 1-out double. So the tying run in scoring position. And again, the heartbeat of this club.
Already up a couple of fastballs in at 90 miles an hour. And of course, that awkward arm angle. You see the slider, back-to-back sliders. This one catches the corner. Birdie, foul tip, defensive swing.
Another 3-2. This one to second. And it's Wendell to make the play. Marlins leave the tying run at third. 1-0 going to the seventh among pitchers with at least 80 batted balls. But that's the qualifier. But still, he's been really good. This is a fly ball out to left center, though. Is going to be a double for Wendell with 1 out in the 7th inning. So right as we talk about exit velo, there's one in the gap. Base hit up the middle. Wendell rounding third. He'll score easily as Kiermaier gets back to first base. An RBI single, so the Rays take a 2-0 lead here with 2 outs in the 7th. 6th and 7th in this one. That's a base hit into center field for Diaz. So a couple of hits for him. Another 3-2 pitch, and that one is too high. So 2 runners will be aboard for Willy Adames here in the 8th. Wendell, right field. Sanchez drifting back. He cannot make the catch. That one hops up and over the wall. And the Marlins will catch the slimmest of breaks. And I only say that because 2 runs are still going to come in to score. Could have been.
The breaking ball has been an issue. Give Wendell some credit, almost down to a knee on the backside. The ball out over home plate. This will 1 hop on the warning track and bounce over the wall. The Rays have opened it up here at Marlins Park.
Ball and 2 strikes from Hoyt. And he gets Margot swinging, but the Rays get a couple more. And they lead this one 4-0 going to the last of the 8th. Have a save this year. And Loop gets the strikeout. Process 1 away for the Rays, but that's actually Trey Hillman's son-in-law. As Sanchez looks at strike 3. Shutout last night. And the 8 scoreless to this point tonight. As Birdie is down on strikes.
And the offensive rhythm just not very good for the Marlins at Marlins Park this season. The way they've gone about their business on the road, I mean, they've played enough games, as you see. 93 splits the plate, catches the bottom. Excited about the changes. VR strikes out for out number 2, right?
Racking your brain trying to figure out if what the one thing is. It's probably more than just one thing. As Cooper lines out, and that is now 4 consecutive shutouts for the Rays in this ballpark against the Marlins. 4-0 the final score tonight as Curtis comes in and wraps it up. We're not done wrapping it up. Craig Minervini, what do you have?